This is Show Cup 40, a little impromptu Neo stream here. Wasn't supposed to do this, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Game is already started as a little short notice here, but man, this match is a banger. Can't wait for this to unfold. We got Happy versus LawLiet. You know, love me some Happy games. You know I love me some LawLiet games especially. And after Happy being defeated by Moon just recently, this is very, very, very promising if you ask me. We got these two guys. This is a rematch of DreamHack in Sweden, the $50,000 match. And let's see, Show Cup, of course, not $50,000, but the best of 9. An amazing best of 9. This is the best undead versus the best night elf in the world according to the ELO ranking. And let's see what these guys put to the table. We got Happy on the right hand side. We got LawLiet on the left hand side. And we are a little late to the match, but you see a DK already selling everything. This was a little harass apparently, but we're giving this up. No expansion by Happy. On the other side for LawLiet, we see a Keeper of the Grove and a lot of ghouls coming already. This is so interesting. What a start. What did we get into? We have attacking undead, nice detonate, against the mass hunt opening by LawLiet. Yeah, but also attack. What did we get ourselves into, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. We'll see about that. Happy, level 2.5 already. He stole the telestaff. This was the crucial item in Moon's matches versus Happy this week. But here, Happy learned his lesson. Takes it away from the Keeper of the Grove. I wonder if LawLiet plays it as aggressive, same style as Happy. Can't go for the telestaff, was a little too late at that. Happy, of course, using a lot of ghouls. His lumber is looking pretty dire at the moment. And yeah, constant scouting, constant harasses throughout the matches. The match is slowing down a little bit, but only for so long. Keeper is making his way into the base and goes ghoul hunting. This is pretty much exactly what Moon did, and a super fast Keeper 3 as well. I hope everything is fine audio-wise. Oh my god, second entangle. Gotta be careful to not get surrounded here, especially if you don't have a staff. This damage on ghouls forces Happy to use coils defensively. And this was the one thing that can't be allowed. That's around a little too greedy. There is Shadow Melt, but there's also Reveal, Coil, careful. That's a TP last second. At least he got 2 coils and 2 ghouls. Wasn't all for nothing. 3 coils now, but yeah, mana potion popped. That's a lot of gold, of course. Sells the telestaff. Interesting. Doesn't want to use it later. Expansion on the spot. But this can still be destroyed. Telestaff is ready now, and LawLiet just continues to do what he's supposed to do. Happy with the tier 2 expo as well. Damn.
Player's forces are under attack.
I'm a little lost regarding these strategies. Keeper as a staff, of course, now could bait 1 or 2 coils, spending all his mana for Entangle and Treants, trying to disrupt Happy. Another dust used, and that's a quick telestaff, but that's also an Acolyte going down. Okay, so this has to be replaced, and that means a pretty delayed tier 3. We've seen a couple of Gargs. In the Happy vs. Moon match. I think it was this map as well. So, mass air on LawLiet's side. This is kind of what we expected, or what everyone should expect. Demon Hunter second needs to creep a lot now, but he has the double engine of war. That means creep speed is good. How good is the harass against the expansion? It's pretty much not happening. Happy, little indecisive, moving forward, moving back. But that's a cancel on the Entangled Gold Mine thanks to a wonderfully equipped glitch. So, what's Happy's reaction to this mass air? He seemed a little annoyed after the end of the Moon series at TP League. Here's a second crypt. Little disruption here. Expansion tiny bit delayed, but maybe it's just mass fiends early. He's going for the second crypt. He thinks this expo is stable and up. And is he just killing this expo with 2 heroes? Not really, right? That crypt could be cancelled. Another one. That's 3 crypts.
A player's forces are under attack.
As this one wasn't cancelled eventually. Okay, but at least LawLiet keeps the second expansion up as well, or his first expansion, his second base as well, and establishes air superiority, or will he? Because it is gargoyles. Oh yeah! Ooh hoo hoo yeah! Okay, this will be chaotic, this will be wild, and this will be a lot about items as well. I wonder if there's some new adjustments, because Happy lost the straight up fight versus Moon's mass air with like 100 supply at the end, but we're in for a treat. LawLiet is not fooling around, gets some additional strength and therefore tankiness on his Demon Hunter, close to level 3. And gargoyles. Gargoyles, gargoyles, gargoyles. This is a lot. So this will also be fast with that base up. And 2 base, 2 base. Wait a minute. Definitely favors the Night Elf. I was about to say. He's Tech King.
Player's forces are under attack.
What is this build by LawLiet? He was very experimental in TP League. With like Tri-Hero in Night Elf Mirror, for example. What are you going to do? The Hunter's Hall is there, so if he wants to go for a tech switch, that might be affordable. And so far as archers. Ooh, okay. Risky, fragile. Archers, of course, nice against Gargs. Very bad against Coil Nova. Get the first defense upgrade. Okay, this is something that I haven't seen before. He's still going hippos as well for air. Could throw in a panda. Oh, devotion aura, excellent. Almost a constant scroll of protection. What the hell? LawLiet is pumping from all cylinders. Upgrades as well. Tier 3 plus the another tree. And double engine protector. Where does he get all this gold from? Well, he didn't build too many units, did he? 10 supply down. That's not where the Night Elves usually are. Levels look good. 4 and 3.6, but this is a big happy push coming your way. No frenzy, as only now he's starting tier 3. Hey, this is one of the latest happy tier 3s that I've seen in a long time. And can he hold this now? Numbers really look bad. And what do you do against all these Gargs? Maybe Happy outbuild him? The AP gotta carry hard. And by time. Second expo, almost up. LawLiet not going into upkeep. And of course with Coil Nova, you can work this, this works pretty well. Tier 3 is done now. Orb has been bought, and that's the big strength of Night Elf Tier 3 early on. Keeper almost a little surrounded there. Demon Hunter has the health and an invo potion, so he should be safe haunting this Lich, but LawLiet is losing everything he just built. This was so greedy, and probably also a little too greedy. Demon Hunter with an invo potion, Lich with an invo potion. Can he hold here? If LawLiet holds this, he has a tech advantage and a base advantage. Or an echo advantage here. No coil remaining. Demon Hunter must be staffed soon. Whew. Lich survives, but okay. LawLiet lives. For now. But he has to rebuild everything. Did he saturate this mine already? Nope. Another question. Is Happy aware of this third base? That's LawLiet's lifeline. Mana potion again. Plus the devotion, but now everything is a little fragile. Little mana. Marksmanship. Wait. Okay. We're moving out of archers again. Anyway, but this is a wild game. So we have 3 crypts versus 3 engines of wind with high level heroes at the 14-minute mark already. And LawLiet puts more gold into static defense. Frenzy upgrade, destroyer upgrade, all that good tier 3 stuff coming online now. Lich will of course be a carry. Not only his right clicks, but especially the Nova. Okay, is this basically a decoy base? Not really, right? He's spending too much gold on this base to just be a decoy from the 12 o'clock expansion. He can buy that time, but yeah, he was investing so much into double orb, into APs, that his army is just relatively small. And Happy, he's okay, I can't break this, then I'm just gonna follow you into a third base. This is almost StarCraft-esque. This is so... all bases filled at the 15-minute mark. When do you ever see this in Warcraft 3? So we're getting more ghouls. 1-1-1 upgrades on Happy's side. And this base is not as fortified. Nice pendulum attacks by Happy. Always trying to find a crack in the shield. Ooh. No Nova apparently. Good distraction. But yeah, is LawLiet ready to fight? We'll see about that. We have a heal scroll. We have 2 heal scrolls, 1 on each side. That'll form the Demon Hunter to be a little more tanky. Happy is losing quite a bit, but should win the air fight. Oh, reinforcements are coming in from 3 engines of wind. But still, it's too many Gargs, and the Demon Hunter is also almost surrounded here. Staff is off, cooldown. Call Nova! Solid save, but this push just goes on. 20 supply ahead. And this base must be falling. There is an engine protector here, but ghouls clear this easily, and that's a level 5 DK. These levels are way too crazy. Couple of Gargs about to fall, but it can't fly in, otherwise the Gargs just rip the hippos apart. More and more Gargs. No Dreadlord even. Little bit more gold for LawLiet. Okay, now he's willing to fly in again. He doesn't have a heal scroll, gets 1 Garg. There's 3 more possible, maybe. There's always the discussion, should you go Thorn Zora in battles like this when it's mass air melee versus mass air melee? But especially if you want to harass bases later, Treants are too important also for creeping. There's quite a bit still on the map, but taking this camp and giving up shop control seems a little questionable to me. Happy is doing tons of damage. Rune braces! Oh boy! Did he just... yeah, he bought it, right? An essential item for a Demon Hunter against the late game nuke. 33% spell damage reduction. And somehow, miraculously, LawLiet's still on 3 bases, still surviving. But for how much longer? Happy shocking around, wants to end this now. Archer's in a very bad spot. Panda third, I like it. Drunken Brawler, exactly. For the mischance on Gargs. Here we go. Is the mischance enough? You see it. A lot of misses here. But there was also a heal scroll. And I think... I don't know, man. Is this Panda enough? The Hippos seems to be doing a good job. Happy's macro is okay. Oh my god, the difference that a Panda can make in this very matchup. Still gotta be careful. He spent most of his mana. Staff was ready. Decides to not save it because the Demon Hunter is more important. Dreadlord in for the aura. That's kinda nice. Hippos are still chasing. Happy lost 20 supply, roundabout. There's no mana anymore, but there's still ghouls pushing forward. Oh, careful. The mana bar might be a little misleading here. And therefore, we have a staff out. Repair is possible. And necessary as well. Happy lost a couple more units on the chase as the Hippos are coming back. But it's only anti-air Hippos. What can they do against this? 2 heroes and the statues might just be enough with a handful of ghouls as well. No repair anymore. He's trying desperately to get a repair squad out, but the tree finally falls. And is that enough now? Is that it? Happy has 1,200 gold in the bank. A little bit of hero focus as the Panda is back. Level 5.5 and we're getting super close to level 5 Lich as well. We have a Fiend transition too, so we're getting out of this mass air territory and into a more normal style. Happy can of course afford that switch with 3... Can he? Oh! With 3 bases. And this supply is mostly useless. Alchemist Greater Panda. Because it can't be dispelled. The acid bomb can't be dispelled. Solid point, actually. Also, heal scroll, heal spray could be insane, right? So is at this stage of the game, is an alchemist actually better on low levels? Because, of course, Drunken Haze Breath of Fire is pretty insane too. And in the super long run, probably more effective. Oh, hero focus, hold on. Is that a town portal right away? Good mana burns, Drunken Hazes again, but the heal scroll was consumed. And the Demon Hunter, is he still competitive? Can he reach with the Keeper? One more time for an entangle, 7 seconds safety. There's very, very little mana. We're on the chase. Yep, there we go. Panda dies, level 5 on the Lich, and I think this game is now officially over. We still have a supply lead, but how useful is the supply really? Plus that additional base for Happy. This might be a little bit of a trick. Main base is expiring in very, very short time. And then the Tree of Eternity can just walk over to the right-hand side. But this must live. This must live. Thank you, Aluthus Darren. Thank you for the sub. How many Hippo Riders are these? Not many. The ferry transition has to hit. Big Nova! Oh my god! Couldn't go in for the burn early on. That was massive. We still have no heal scroll. Happy with the supply lead again. But this... yeah, as you see, these Hippos. Not good. Just not good. Can LawLiet still power through this? We're inches away from a level 5 Demon Hunter as well. It will be a lot about heroes and of course income in the later stages. Wild game, level 2, now we can ignite all these units, and that's pretty big. Lich in trouble, Invo Potion absolutely necessary in a second. The damage reduction is pretty good. Hippos, of course, nice little decoys, so the web is used before the ferries are coming in. Pretty insane micro, but that's level 5 now. LawLiet got some kills, and this is looking pretty good now. Base held, main base is almost empty. Still 2,500 here. Is the Madman doing it? Tree is walking over. He will have more gold or longer income. Those exit kills were significant. Oh, Demon Hunter. But shop control by Happy. Almost always the first one at the shop. Thanks to Unholy Aura, of course. Konkin, thank you for the sub. Double Orb, of course, wonderful. Level 3 Entangle has a massive range. Happy is sharking around for that Tree of Eternity. He knows it will be there at some point. Main base empty. 2,000 gold on the expansion. Lich pimped again. LawLiet has to play the long run and survive. Oh, but the fight ensues immediately. Fairy's diving deep for the Lich. I wonder if that's the correct call. Panda is dealing with the ghouls on the ground, or mostly with the ghouls on the ground. Demon Hunter in trouble, down to 50%, has no items on him. Has to be reliant on the staff. It's level 6 on the DK, instantly going for Aura. And of course a little stat boost, level 3 now as well. Sleep can be so good. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire immediately countered with the heal scroll. This Demon Hunter is LawLiet's lifeline. Staff out. Oh boy, without the Demon Hunter, can you still fight? Doubtful. Very, very doubtful. There's no damage in this army. And the Fiends seemingly reign supreme. There's so many kills. And I think there's still enough. There's still enough gold for Happy. Tree is up now. But for how much longer? I smell a GG, everybody. Pretty soon. Yeah, Shredder falls in seconds. Coil Nova on the air. Everything falls in seconds. It's all about the heroes, but you can't really hope for level 6 Demon Hunter at this point. Too late. Panda about to be nuked as well and dies immediately. Nice sleeps. And these reinforcements are trickling in way too fast. Level 6 on the Lich with that. This is over! And 1-0 for Happy after game 1. Crazy how Tidehunters is becoming this kind of a map where everything can happen. Where mass air fights are erupting. Pretty similar to what we've had on Concealed for a while. Looking good. Looking very good. Looking entertaining. And I wonder what the next map is gonna be. I mean, the next map is obviously gonna be Tidehunters again, but reversed races. LawLiet's Undead versus Happy's Night Elf. Wonder if we see the same strategies. Sparrow, thank you for the sub. Light, thank you for the sub. Why no archers on the hippos? Not cost efficient enough at that stage? I guess. Against hippos, level 3 Nova is the counter to them. Especially with Dark Ritual and 3 bases for mana potions. The hippos at some point were a trap, and Happy's transition was amazing. The timing of that, I mean. The timing of the transition, just gold. Can LawLiet bring it back? With Undead this time? What's his strategy? Is he also playing ghouls? Is he also playing expansions? How is LawLiet approaching Undead? I wouldn't know. Yeah, maybe LawLiet saw the Fiend switch a little too late, was still on hippos, which then didn't do anything for him. Like Hippo Rider, they just get annihilated by Nova. So, shenanigans? Not yet. Keeper on Happy side. DK on LawLiet's side. Sounds weird, but that's what it is. It's hard for Elf to switch. I don't think so. You can just build ferries. From wins to lures. Nobody, not nobody, but very, very few Night Elves play Dryads and Bears these days. The successful Night Elves all play Mass Air against Undead. So all you have to switch is hippos to fairies. And then there's another point which could make the Alchemist better than the Panda, because Acid Bomb is almost essential if you play fairies versus, or it's at least a big help if you play fairies versus fiends. DK instant harass, despite of going for his own expansion. What?
Forces are under attack.
Ted Fiends? No, the old Happy build. With 4 ghouls, I think. Into tech. Is he going like super quick Gargs? Oh! Oh! No cancel!
Players' forces are under attack.
Rare mistake! Pump fake, nice. Gets a wisp as well. This harass is stressful. Pulls Happy back. That of course delays level 3. Hunter's Hall here as well to just be ready to transition into hunts. But yeah, if LawLiet's big goal was to have the tech advantage, there we go. Everybody talking about Gargs while no one builds them anyway. We just saw like 20 Gargs in the last game. Okay, hunts are coming. And Happy is still staying on tier 1 with only 1 engine of war. These guys confuse the hell out of me. Now the tech. Whoa, there's like 2/3 of a tech that he's ahead. Good splitting by LawLiet. All wisps heard already. Handful of experience, but you want to take big spots at this stage. And LawLiet steals camps away. The small ones. Did some solid damage. Wow, we're going into fiends. No rushed Gargs. Just 4 ghouls into fiends. A very outdated build. This was around like 2 years ago this was played maybe. Early fiends. I haven't seen this in a long time. Okay, now finally level 2. This was neglected for a long time in favor of a better harass.
Players' forces are under attack.
And here's an expansion. Since LawLiet is going for tier 3, this will probably come up. And since he has very low ghouls, wonder if he can tear it down. Quite some mana here.
A player's forces
Yeah, he might be wondering, like, where is your tech? What's happening? That's one. And it's still during the tech, so he can't rebuild them immediately. But Happy gets the Keeper 3. LawLiet once again got the staff, or not once again, as Happy got the staff before, but the staff is once again on the undead side. Happy with the panda second. Okay. No demon hunter.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wonder if this will work. Now we got the harassing keeper that we've seen so many times before. But Happy Slumber is horrendous. Yeah, he built the 2 lores now. But a lot of wisps down or hurt or had to be moved. And Dryads, this is gonna be the play. Dryads, they're expensive in lumber. This might just work out very, very well for LawLiet. Due to that fact alone, due to that harass alone. Oh my. He's already tier 3. Going for Frenzy Destroyers. Happy will probably taste his own medicine here. Time for a shredder. Time for a shredder. Okay, that will fix the lumber issues in a bit. Lich is looking damn fine. Plus 11 damage already.
Player's forces are under attack.
Telestaff can be put to good use for an orb. Panda's still leveling. So is the Lich. And then we got this attack, right? Ghouls coming. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Lich level 2. Nice inventory. Orb ready. No invul or heal scroll though. 300 gold still left on the bank. This has to work.
Player's forces
Third
are
hero?
under attack.
He's playing the Alchemist as a counter to the Panda. Okay, we'll see how that goes. We go for the fight. The creeps are turning their back on LawLiet immediately. Ghoul's trying to be taken out. This... Okay, 1 ghoul down already. And the statues are hurt. That's not great. That's not great at all. Happy's buying some more time. He has the supply lead already, but of course a tier 2 supply instead of the tier 3. And LawLiet, I wonder if this was the right decision to take the fight and take the camp. For shop control, maybe. Heal scroll against the Panda, nice to have. But you need the ghouls against the tree. Double towers coming up. Happy is buying some fine time. Panda has no staff though. LawLiet realizing this might force a town portal. Oh, pump fake, and it's working. Nice micro. So, can the fiends destroy these Gargs fast enough? Potion last second. Oh boy. That AP cancelled with these. Drunken Haze. No destroyer up. I wonder why. Needs to dispel the dot. That's a big oversight by LawLiet right now, I feel. And the concave for Happy is getting pretty damn fine. Attacking into the main. Questionable! Forces the... Oh no, he wanted to swap the town portal, but was a little bit too late. Mistakes were made! Mistakes were made. Yeah, that was the best possible position for Happy. Next to his Moonworlds, next to his shop. No destroyer for the spell. Maybe rather go for that one there. Tech switch into Disease Cloud. Probably an added wagon, I'd imagine. At this stage, there's not too much damage in Happy's army. So A-bombs might work out, especially with heal spray. Double mana potion on the Panda. Yeah, he can afford so much with that running expo now. I would have loved to see LawLiet with Gargs. Especially here on this map. It's relatively easy. There's quite a big army already. And it is an A-bomb with Disease Cloud. LawLiet, do you have a shot here? Just probably going for the Entangled Gold Mine. Trying to force a town portal, but Happy on the way to Acolytes. And the A-bomb will pop right in Happy's face. Ooh, that was a nice Nova. Can you force another? Would be a quad kill immediately. Game of chicken. Who portals first? LawLiet is losing 1, 2, 3 Acolytes. It's just a little board time. Will we town portal now? We rather tower. Trying to cough a bit on these Dryads to do damage over time. And tower, tower, tower it is. Is there even an Acolyte left? No, there isn't. Ooh, this is expensive. Takes the tower away. Portal away. I mean, there's a 10 supply elite. Happy lost a lot, don't get me wrong. But having no mining and being supply blocked is an issue. 1 Acolyte left. Not building ziggurats? There we go. Oh man, this push has to work so bad. And off we go. This continues. Oh, Destro! That's the last Acolyte. Without that Acolyte, he can never rebuild that economy again. Except if he loses so much more. Coil saves it. LawLiet knowing how expensive this is, but Happy also knowing this Ziggurat positioning is perfect against the Drunken Haze or a Breath of Fire Panda. I will just destroy this. And then he has to rebuild 3 more Ziggurats, and he doesn't have the resource for that at all. 51 supply. Well, it doesn't really matter if there's only 1 Acolyte. Trying to creep for a little gold. Matters more than ever.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, he only loses 3 gold instead of 15 when it's 5 Acolytes. But yeah, 4 item sell, that is correct. Now he's back to 49. Not willing to give this up, apparently. Good destroyer position. Yeah, it's, with the second base of Happy pretty much unharmed. The income advantage is just too big at this point. Okay, just curl Nova him away. Ah, no. No, no, no. Happy is way too cautious for that. Did we forget the Destro? We shouldn't. Happy is making sure there's no second base coming up. How is the rebuilding going? Okay, we can build 3 more Acolytes now. How much gold difference is this? 6,100. Holy moly, 2,000 gold advantage. Just from the main, plus of course an expo. It's Zapper time. Oh no, Zeppelin time is also nice. Hey, hey! Why do you leave her behind? What did she do? Okay, I guess she has to scout, eh? Here we go. And supply blocked again. man, this is so annoying. So many people tried to lame against Happy because that was their best shot at winning. It's so sad that this is not Remo anymore. What? He could have staffed away. Or he should staff away. The turtle formerly known as Remo. Alright, LawLiet, how do you fix this? Happy supply is still very, very low. Why is that? Items and all, sure, but with that even supply, there might still be a chance. So if this base falls and the main expires soon, is there a chance for LawLiet? Here's the town portal. Ay. At least he's not supply blocked now.
Players' forces are under attack.
Bigger mana. That's still 2,000 gold here. That's the problem. If we were closer to a mined out base, I'd say maybe there's a chance. Ooh, Destroyer far forward, could be sniped. Little oversight here. Disease Cloud is putting in work. So this will require a lot of heal scrolls. As so often, nice block for the DK. Hmm. 1,700. More and more upgrades coming in though. Is LawLiet building with... No. That's the 5th Acolyte. Oh my god. Main base will probably expire the same time as the expansion for Happy. But LawLiet is also closing in on 5-4-3 territory.
Are under attack.
Okay, there's 2 towers. Never had the resource to repair, I think. Banking a lot. And Happy pushes with bears and a shredder. This is not gonna get easier. Panda is just lining up a Drunken Ace Breath of Fire. You can feel it already, you can smell it. Oh, yes! This feels good. If you're on the Night Elf side of things, of course. Going for a nuke, keep the levels up. That's the way out. Another acolyte. Oh my, mass murder. Another ziggurat falling. And only 2 acolytes remaining. LawLiet is playing with so little gold this game. And Happy can afford 1,000,000 town portals over and over and over again. Also heal scrolls against Disease Cloud. It's nighttime now, so use your moonwells. Smart play. Smart execution. $700 gold left. 3,500 gold to res.
Players' forces are under attack.
Can you share the gold mine stat after the game? Well, you see it here. Double the gold. Oh, Panda in a bad spot, but he has a potion. This seems to be... Yeah, it's way too much. It's a 20 supply lead. Happy breaking into upkeep. LawLiet cannot follow at all. Ooh, the A-bomb almost falling too. Okay, where's the last fight? It's just hero focus, hero focus, hero focus. But that ain't working because Happy got all the potions in the world. He opened a bar, basically, within this army. He's just marching forward. A click at this point. Couple of Coil Novas here and there. Maybe take out a bear or two. But hero focus against this isn't working. We got double staff, potions. Lich level 5 would be nice, but not a game changer, I think. Main base is dry. But I guess knowing Happy that the Tree of Eternity is already on the way to bottom left. Yep. So it's just a matter of when is LawLiet taking out? Tapping out. Still got 3,000 gold in his main. Just right until Transmute. That would be a good shot indeed. Transmute wins all the games. Yeah. Panda 4. Is he valuing the Drunken Haze level 2? Or is he also one of these brawler kind of guys? It's just not feasible. Okay, what else is new, everybody? Alchemist is falling in a second. Everything is going crazy. Now we're back to normal. Well, fighting spirit, I guess. This Happy just expanding. Expanding upper right. Give me all the ice cream money. Okay, unfortunately, this is not the least bit exciting, but next map is gonna be normal races again, where LawLiet should be more competitive. Kinda weird to see this outdated build, and even weirder to see this push towards the expansion. Towards the main, when it should have been the expansion. I think LawLiet got a little greedy there, a little overconfident there, because the majority of this game didn't look too bad for him. Not at all. Maybe he wants to tire Happy out, but that is not happening. Alchemist down. DK about to fall. Level 5 on the Keeper. Well, I had a good shot. I agree. Before he pushed into the main. Panda down 2. Yep, true. But come on, let's be honest. Does that make a difference? I don't think so, bro. GG! 2-0 for Happy. Oh man, there was a little invite. Invite back into the game from LawLiet. Could have been his, probably. But you know how it is sometimes. Sometimes you feel too good. And then the game slips through your fingers. Okay, that is the first set done. We're moving on to a new map. This might be Amazonia. I throw you guys into a little break, and then we're back with Show Cup number 40. Alright then, game 3, Tidehunters both went to Happy back to back. With Undead and with Night Elf, so LawLiet really has to win a map now if he wants to stay competitive. And here, he got a solid shot, because this is Amazonia.
The town is under siege.
So what do we got? We got a ghoul pull. Uh-oh. Happy loves this trick. And this is a lot of damage. Oh no, the wisp pull didn't work. Oh, creeps, follow the wisp, follow the wisp. This is a cancel, isn't it? Second wisp coming in. So stressful. The wizard takes a break, and that is so lucky for LawLiet. Okay. Ghoul pull didn't work. Was expensive though. Demon Hunter first is the hero. Interesting choice. The ghoul will continue to distract, but that should be fine. We need a little bit repair and then we can creep this camp. This of course makes the early game a lot slower for Happy. Has to build a second necro because he has no lumber income as long as the first ghoul isn't out. Okay, that was close, that was stressful. That cost LawLiet a bit too, since he used the 2 wisps to stop the creeps from attacking. But now things are fixed. Lightning shield, lightning shield. There we go. And of course for Happy it's the DK. Can he? Okay, he's creeping with lightning shield as well. This was perfectly done on the cost of a coil. No deny. Circle it. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we are approaching normal territories. And of course, a Happy is not denying creeps at all, ever. So this costs more gold than a normal ziggurat, but less lumber. So the lumber income will normalize, will stabilize. Demon Hunter, solid items. But LawLiet is waiting for a little bit more lumber. That's the result of the repair. That's the result of the 2 wisps he used before. And so the tech is also a little later. Wonder what causes him to play Demon Hunter here on one of the best keeper maps. That's a lot of ghouls. Is it for creeping or is it an instant attack because he knows how little forces LawLiet has? It's not Huntress, so ghouls reign supreme in the early. Boots? Yep, early boots, I like that. Tech cute, pretty much at the same time. But Archer's being hunted. Who needs to creep if you can just wipe out your opponent? LawLiet! Oh no! What an oversight! He was busy somewhere else. Maybe at the Archer. And that's a town portal right away. That's so expensive. That's the second time this happens. It also happened on Tide Hunters already. And the Archer falls eventually too. Yikes! Don't let this happen again. No, 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 no! This looking grim. Huntress Hall also late. Small losses, come on guys. Okay, I like your optimism. I like your optimism. Weaving in and out. He stops the DK from level 3. But level 3 is relatively easy here, I'd say. Dead. So dead. Well, this is... At least he denies him. Okay. He has a lot of gold. He can buy him back from the tavern, but... Naga. Don't get him surrounded here. Don't tell me he gets surrounded again. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, now it's time to hunt these archers. Happy wants to end this as fast as possible. Archers once again killed. He's actually trading. And if he gets the Naga here, could be a way back into this game. But yeah, this was a massive, massive delay on lores and also tier 3. If he wants to go tier 3, if it's not mass dryads. So Naga survives. Handful of ghouls survive too. Demon Hunter is in 3. DK is in 3, but he's closer, at least half a level roundabout. And now you're stuck with a Naga. So, okay, tier 3, 1 base, Dryads into Bears.
Players' forces are under attack.
And this is the best Night Elf map. By quite far, I'd say. LawLiet walking the high wire, but also falling from that high wire without a safety net. Naga was probably the only chance to stay in this game, to get a little bit of counter pressure on. I expected a little more, to be honest, from this game. And that's level 3 now. He's accelerating quickly. His creep speed is a ton better. Of course, Lich is delayed, but should still be fine. Good creeping, Boots of Kel'Thalas, very nice. The damage on this Demon Hunter is sick, but there's, oh no, nothing to save this Naga. The DK stays away from the Demon Hunter, so there's no burns. The only chance is to deny her. Coil. Little greedy, I was about to say. Right on the money. This boulder toss. 2 hero kills for Happy and he didn't get the experience for any of them. Yeah, Lich, Frenzy. Do we have... Okay, the first Dryad is out now at 8 minutes 20. That tells you so much about this game. And Demon Hunter is only now at 8 minutes 40 level 3. This cannot happen. Has no panda. Has no keeper to distract his way back into the game. And also unlucky scroll piece. Okay, 3-3-1. Ghoul Frenzy. Lots. Oh my god, that's a lot of ghouls. That's a lot of ghouls with Frenzy, without Drunken Haze, and Breath of Fire. And Happy even expanding. Is this too greedy? Is this too expensive, or is the lead big enough? I mean, there's no chance LawLiet will attack this. How to destroy a Night Elf base? Seems to be Happy's game plan today. Just keep your opponent's supply blocked. These bears will just be shot one after the next. So much control in this army, so much damage in this army. We could probably just right-click the tree. Yeah, Happy is a menace today. Must be warm in Russia. We need lots of ice cream monies. LawLiet trying to put on a show, trying to get some cool plays out of this. But he's 20 supply down before the expo even starts.
Players' forces are under attack.
Ooh. No, 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 no! Thank the Lord for the gauntlets and the boots. Game. Ouch! That... Like, why wouldn't you play Keeper? Keeper Zonia, guys. Why wouldn't you play Keeper? Don't really understand it. Some things, of course, I don't have to understand, but... Demon Hunter Meta Burn level 2 is always nice to have, but Keeper buys you so much time. Demon Hunter is better on Amazonia? Is that so? But also against, like, in general... Because especially against Happy, I'd say that you only really have a chance with a Keeper. Demon Hunter so quickly level 3. Yeah, we saw that! 8 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, LawLiet is absolutely getting destroyed. So far. Let's see what Happy can do with Night Elf and what he chooses. He usually goes Keeper, right? Not against Happy, I guess, yeah. I mean, that was a little sloppy to get the Demon Hunter surrounded like that. That's for sure. Okay, we scout with an Acolyte here, not rushing over with the Ghoul. Colorful play Demon Hunter against 1-0. Yeah, as well. Yeah, against... It's again Tet Fiends on Amazonia. Or like Happy Fiends, whatever you want to call it. 4 ghouls. This build seems so outdated. Is there a resurgence of this? Yeah, Keeper it is. Especially against Fiends, it can be brutal.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, it's the second time he goes for this build. Maybe he's not comfortable with ghoul openings as it's his off race. Not sure. No lasted. Oh, of course not. Wait, Demon Hunter got something. Was it a Treant? 25 XP? Happy denied? One bandit. Okay. Ah, not the end of the world. He still gets level 2. And again, he's going with this hunt opening. Yeah, that's the typical creep route. When you're allowed to go for it, that's instant level 3. Oh, oh! Oh, that was important! Nicely done by LawLiet. Finally things starting to go his way. At least a little bit. That Taskmaster has a lot of experience. Can boost his momentum, maybe. Yeah, he's not using ghouls at all. Just the DK skeleton harass. Burning through the mana. Pump fakes here and there. Oh, no detonate by Happy. He's washed. Oh. Oh no. This happened now in 3 games. 3 games with a wasted TP. And that's how you get back into a game. Okay, this is... It's really the 4 ghoul into fiend build, huh? Not a fan of this. Happy has had 1,000 gold. Yeah. Shredder again against this Whisperaz. He is waiting for the tier 2. And then... It's also an easy level 3 now. Uncontested, because you can't contest anymore with the TP gone. Telestaff now, okay. But yeah, that's the downside of this Fiend build. You don't do absolutely anything with units up until tier 3. Huh, nice scouting though. In a moment like this, do you have like 0 APM? There's more entangle. Oh, can he reach? Is he still have vision? Oh, that block is so sweet. So sweet. He can go for entangle. Now he's in shop range. Was that just a missed hero kill opportunity? Or Happy calculated all the possibilities in his brain and thought, okay, I am lacking like 10 damage. But if you're looking like this at the beginning of tier 2, that's not good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, deny, eh? Against any other player, one could just hope for a mistake. But obviously this is Happy, so you can't really hope for a mistake. Are there any... I don't know, Zeppelin plays is basically Happy playing the same as he played with Undead. Force an early TP. And expand. Happy the Knight 2 creeps this game. Yep! That's something. But in the grand scheme of things, it's kinda nothing. So much freedom. Happy's Demon Hunter already level 2.5. Nature's Blessing coming for defense. Hey! Nice steal. Item still goes to Happy. Boots of Keltalasa and slippers. Love that Demon Hunter already. And that's the push. But it's only a push towards an expo. Don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught. Aye. Okay. Fighting in the open now. Not what you want. You want to put pressure to the base. At least not fighting in the main base. No staff at the moment. That could help. And also only tier 2. No bears, no orb. As he went for this expansion, now mass dryads are coming up. So every single second that this game goes on, it's very good for Happy. Frenzy and Destroyer is done. Happy thinks he has the time for a creep spot? Well, there is an AP. There is an Engine of War. Okay, is there a shot? If there's a shot, it's now. Despite the early TP, this is all in. No items on the DK. No invul, nothing. Shredder's in position. All he did was kill a couple of wisps for now. And that already looks like a hold. Does it not? Gold also. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Okay, there's the staff now, right? Yeah, it's on cooldown, but the Demon Hunter is so tanky. Plus this Invo Potion that it shouldn't really matter. Reset! So hard to break now. Happy is waiting for another round. Oh wait, he is supply blocked. That's a little unfortunate. But he's getting upgrades. And just holds on. It's not even a real fight. Yeah, LawLiet has to transition. Once again, I would advise wagons instead of A-bombs. And Happy's poison damage is stacking up. First attack upgrade. Of course, if you're supply block, go for upgrades. You got all the gold in the world. Also invested into heal scrolls, heal potion, invo potion is still there. Could even queue attack soon. Thank you, Panorama, for the 10-month resub. Yeah, that expo's done. Invis, I like it. Okay, so no tier 3 necessary. And it is an A-bomb again. Against so many dryads. I don't like it. Okay, how do you break the Happy dominance now? Sappers? Wow, he's taking a step back to creep. 4 level 3 Lich, I guess, but here's the attack. Off we go. Can he finish this in time? Yes, he can. Item, Legion Doomhorn, sold immediately for an Invo Potion. But this Concave is looking good. That shop, not so much. And Happy has no real reason to fight, right? Can just go. Keeper has an Invo Potion. Okay, he fights into the undead base onto the Blight. But since there's no shop, it's not that bad. And time is... Oh, nice staff. Time is in his favor. It's a little oversight with the Shredder. Steps on cooldown. Alright, LawLiet. Are we accelerating here? Can he distract long enough that the wagons on the left do some damage? Because now we're going into wagons and I like it. And disease cloud is spreading. But yeah, as we said, there is a heal scroll against it. Wagon scouted. This is just a sentry ward. Supply still even. Hero levels are also not out of this world. They're rather in favor of LawLiet. Okay, now with the wagons. Does this... No, this could be so bad. Oh, this breaks the push. This is so unfortunate. Worst position possible for the wagons now, unprotected. That's not how you're supposed to play them. Demon Hunter taking care of fiends, Dryads are hunting this necro. This 8 supply, and this is such a big part of the army. Such a big part of the damage. Oh my god. Just a disaster. LawLiet with another heal scroll, but this is nothing but defeat. Nothing but defeat. Gets a lot of Dryads now, I guess. 1, 2, like 3. But what's left? What's left? A Fiend, an A-Bomb, Heroes, and Happy can easily rebuild. Maybe he ejected a little too late. But yeah, he's gonna skyrocket in supply. This was a well-designed push initially. Very, very much so. Zeppelins, wagons, with the right position, you can do so much. Okay, hero focus, name of the game. But for how long is the question? Oh, wait a minute. There's no survivability here, but also no more nukes. A-bomb dies. Fiend. Statue. Oh. LawLiet is losing absolutely everything, every single fight.
Forces are under attack.
Well-designed push gone wrong. Yeah, well, if the core element of your push, oh, perfect item by the way, is getting sniped, then of course you can design it as much as you want to.
A player's forces
doesn't
are under
work.
attack.
Okay, these two wagons finally able to attack a base. But yeah, this Legion Doom one is so good now. Because HP region versus Disease Cloud. That's exactly what you want. Heal potion ready. Zeppelin is there for reposition, but sniped immediately. Now he has to retreat into the tower. Oh no. Nice Zeppelin micro. And he took the Shredder with him. He took the AP with him. Alright. But the Expo is running for such a long time. What to do? What to do? Without a second base. How much gold is left? 1500. Certainly running out of options. He's trying quite hard to find openings. But he can't find any. Too big of an army, too good of upgrades. Happy could even click tier 3 for orbs and stuff. Wellspring, etc. Okay, we're trying to expand. Guess that's the play. Try to survive. By the way, little disclaimer, I can't prevent the next round of ads that are coming in a bit. So already, sorry about that. This has to work. I guess it will work. Oh, wait, I guess it doesn't work. A little confused me here. Except with the sickest distraction. Can he do something like shoot his way into a tree line and stay there because there's no anti-air? Oh, there's anti-air coming already. Okay, we're trying that. That's sneaky. That's something Happy did to LawLiet at DreamHack. And it is buying time, so that's neat. We got a level 5 Demon Hunter though. LawLiet is having fun apparently. And fortifying the base. So in the super mega long run. Against Moon at DreamHack. Yeah, sorry about that. Light might be able to do this. If Happy leaves him alone for a good solid 20 minutes. Towers are very, very, very powerful. Against mass dryads. Happy will run out quicker. Yeah, but the problem is that the naturals on Amazonia are gigantic. So this will still last until the end of days. 3 heal scrolls. $88 supply. It's time to close this out. And a very unfortunate timing for ads. Thank you, Twitch. Okay, production starts again. Go into the main. That's odd. If only there was a wagon here now. If there was a wagon here, oh, that would be glorious. Zeppelin is stuck. Oh, no. Army is at the expansion. He can basically do whatever he wants now. Okay, that's a lot of infrastructural loss that he'll suffer. And that's the fight. Wagon saved. Nice, but there's dryads everywhere. They're always in range. They can always attack. And now in the set. Okay, that is probably the best position LawLiet can have. 3 wagons supported by towers. And statues are there too. But why would Happy fight into that position? Just wipe out the main. And then LawLiet can't use his gold. Happy at 82 supply. That's rare to see. Maybe expected a dryad to fall or something. But all that gold that was put into towers. That hurts. Disease Cloud is working, but thanks to the Unholy Aura, of course, not working as well as it should be. These A-bombs are doing nothing. But LawLiet is forcing a town portal quickly. Losing an A-bomb for it saves the majority of the base. And Happy lost quite a bit, to be honest. LawLiet's army is not mobile at all with the 3 wagons. It's very, very fragile as well. But what does he have to rebuild? He can still build fiends. He can still build everything. He has to rebuild a shop, I guess. Oh, the effect this Unholy Aura is doing now. Magnificent. Someone said Happy is allergic to the tier 3. That might be true. With bears, it would have all been easier. Or with chimeras, of course. Field scroll number 2. Used Zeppelin, crashing in a second. There we go, but it was empty. Now the towers can reach, and man, LawLiet is having a fine position once again. Happy trying to dive for these 4 wagons. This is a lot of siege damage. And you can't break this. But if you can't break the second base, just get rid of the production and of the ziggurats. Now the tier 3 is there. Ooh, fighting in the open is a bad idea. Maybe he feels comfortable because there's no heal scroll anymore. Wouldn't advise that, though. He just closed the supply gap. And then he's overconfident. Or wanted to force a fight. Just not lose all of his base. But Happy with the Chimera transition can relatively easy end this. Lich has a lot of mana here. But I think it's more likely... Ha! What a save! Ha! What a kill. It's more likely here to get a Metamorphosis Demon Hunter than a level 5 Lich. But this will cost Happy if he wants to break the base against the towers. Now the wagons are shooting at the right targets. Ooh, look at this damage. Naga and Lich, of course, can clean this up big time. Happy is in danger of losing the Demon Hunter, staffed out. Hold on. Is this undead LawLiet undead army doing it? Going for the Keeper. That's a hold then. Oh, close. Alright. It's a hold. Black Citadel still there. Production building still there. Kind of rebuilding a base here. It's kind of working. 9,500 gold left. And LawLiet constantly stays in upkeep and no upkeep. That is by now a 4,000 gold difference. That is noticeable. Yeah, I guess LawLiet, he can just hatch the deck. There's nothing left on the map. He can get heal scrolls himself. He can get heal potions. He can easily get invul potions if he wants to. So why move out? There's no reason to move out. You give Happy a lot of time to go for chimeras though, but he's rather going for bears, which can be nuked. Smart to already rebuild this while staying in upkeep. Even double Necropolis to save lumber. Because the shredder still has to work. Okay, this is the new base. This is the new main base. And that makes it way tougher for Happy. Yeah, he's teching. Just to have a backup. That's like... basically like FFA, right? He should sell the main. I think he would if this tech would be done already. But he doesn't want to give up the ability to go for a potion during the next push. On every other map this would have been game already. I agree! But Amazonia, man. The natural expansions. The unique factor of this beautiful map. I don't really understand what he wants with these bears. Isn't Chimera's the #1 pick here? There's no Fiends, there's no Gargs. I mean, there is Coil Nova. But that's about it. There is Web, so he could go into Fiends, I guess. But then also, you can take out Fiends very, very quickly with Giants, Bears, and Entangle. Heman Danta, thank you for the sub. Are we seriously mining this out? Or is Happy moving now? Yeah, I think Chimeras would have been the better choice than Bears. But of course they give Raw and Reju, so who can say no to Raw and Reju? So LawLiet spent thousands of gold to get this back, to get this base back. He still has 1,000 gold. And now it's clobbering time. Would love to see these towers upgraded, but he has to produce as well. What a fun game. This was over 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, pretty much 25 minutes ago after that's a round. And Happy says, I'm not pushing into this. It's way too crazy. And I guess LawLiet wanted to take to tier 3 but forgot that he needs an altar for this. He's seriously building a new base. And sold the main base here. So he can go for potions, but that's about it. Yeah. Snow Torrent, thank you for the 10-month resub. So like losing anything over this? Not really. Did he even build a grave? He builds the graveyard now. Okay, there's no chance to build Fiends for a while. LawLiet moving out? Why would you do that? Guess he can just TP. Does he have the damage? With 3 Necros, that's... Okay, that is a lot of damage. No way! Got it! Woo. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Happy has no income anymore. He has resources for it. Nice. Did not expect that this works. And then I see 3 attack upgrades. 3 attack upgrades are pretty good on meat wagons. That's awesome. That's awesome. So is happy. Okay, moving the tree over. Next time this won't be too easy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, LawLiet's base has a lot of value that he can later sell. Not the case for Happy. But yeah, 3/3 upgrades here. This base is a lot harder to snipe. So much reju. Alright. $5,000 gold upkeep difference now. Solid. Hands off the keyboard. Get a pillow. Relax a little. 36 minutes. This was exhausting. This was rough. Exhume, corpse, and cannibalize upgrades cute. Ah, he wants to make the buildings appear busy. As if he's producing. And then cancels it again. Now we get Chimera Roosts. 37 minutes in. And again, LawLiet does the same. Makes it appear as if he's pumping, but he's just mining. Okay, though. Does LawLiet see this Chimeras coming? Because I don't think so. There's no scouts out on the map. But that's the only thing left, right? The only option left. 4,000 gold here. Is Happy pushing into... Yeah, he must be pushing into high upkeep then in a second. Oh yeah, he's getting ready. He's getting ready with another crypt. Is that... Wait, the second one only? I really worry that he won't get the anti-air in time. That can also reach. He's also not falling for it. He wants to mine this out. We had this once that we mined out Amazonia. Remind versus Lucy. Oh, a couple of minutes left. Okay, LawLiet will see the gym roosts. 100 food Gargs? Gargs instead of Fiends? He only has 2 crypts. Is there a telestaff? Yes, there is. 100 supply Gargs will take a long time. Okay. Damn, Lilu, you're so right. You're so right. 2 proxy crypts that Happy is not scouting. And now the chimeras are coming. LawLiet is still not producing. 1800 gold. Build a sapper to blow up the chimera roost. I think you need 2 or 3 even. Best game in a while, changed my mind. It's pretty similar to an FFA game, isn't it? Okay. We get Gargs. We get Gargs. And now the question is, will Happy see this coming? Like, he's building a hippo, but good luck. Gold actually dead even now. But Happy only has 2200 left. He's also hiding the Gargs. I like it. Hello, Zergling! That's the best thing about Amazonia. The possessable Zergling. But okay, Chimera's corrosive breath. Put some pressure on the base. But for the foreseeable future, you can just counter with Coil Nova. Boop, boop. And Disease Cloud Spread, of course. LawLiet playing this hella smart. Next round of Gargs. How many do we got? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, LawLiet can't go up to 100 anymore because he lost the Necro. And 1 Ziggurat. Okay, that might be problematic, but we'll see about that. 6 supplies still coming. Come on. That's the fight now. Roared up Chimeras. Taking care of these A-Bobs immediately, but the Gargs are pretty crazy. But is LawLiet even winning this? I'm not too sure. The bears are nice on the ground. They're getting very, very, very close to level 6. And then the next question is, can the gargoyles survive the dryads? They evened each other out. Chimeras gone. Gargoyles also mostly gone. And level 6 Demon Hunter. Yep. On the dot, level 6 Demon Hunter. Is that the solution? Is that the only solution? As I said, we're probably gonna see a level 6 faster than level 5 Lich. Huh? What did I say? LawLiet back at 50. He can still rebuild. He got time. Happy's running out of gold. Happy can't rebuild. Okay, trying to use the hippo as a bait, not falling for it at all. $6,600 gold left. LawLiet can build like 2 to 3 times. That's the last gold for Happy. He can still, of course, sell items and stuff. But that's about it. Oh, can he get level 5 Lich from these wisps? That would be so big.
The town is under siege.
Well, of course that won't work. The Gargs aren't... Or 4 of the Gargs will not be there. LawLiet producing now. At least a little bit. It's gonna lose the Black Citadel. Then he can't produce Gargs anymore. Need tier 2 for Gargs. How is he so greedy? And how is this stuttering so much? Reju on chimps, of course. Sweet. Okay, that's it. Can't build Gargs. And now the Naga. What the hell? That's a wagon gone. And we don't even have Superman yet. Is it time? Is it time? Oh, wow. That's a lot of HP. I guess LawLiet was just way too greedy. Lich down, Naga down. That is so uneventful. That's so anticlimactic. The DK is dead too. Triple kill in a minute. Tranquility, of course. Happy lost a bunch too, but it's just gonna be the base. Oh my god. Yeah, what a fitting ending for this game. GG. LawLiet, did you not see this coming? He had 1400 gold. Well, to be fair, maybe he fell asleep. The Gargs weren't in position. This was the timing. This was the last timing Happy got. Little bit questionable if you ask me, guys, but happens. Played it a little too greedy. And then there's a Superman in your base and then it hurts, of course. Little break and then match points Happy. 5 in a row. This is us returning to a new map as we went back and forth with the races. Now we go on to the 3rd map. Happy is the best of 9 format. Has match points now on every single remaining map. And of course, the higher you win, the more money you get. So, let's go. Autumn Leaves it is. A playable map. Also a mass air possibility here. Damn, I forgot to queue ads. I'm sorry. Mass Air definitely playable with a hunt transition. Happy sees Tusker Camp is first, the normal spiel. DK, Ghoul, the normal spiel. That wisp. Calculated. Off we go. Okay, taking care of that Acolyte against Happy, always important. Post-up invulnerability can do a lot. If you go for this harass, for example. At least at 15 seconds. Happy once again with that up-to-date undead play. Go for the natural. If you can expand, nice. If you can't, just tech. But yeah, this is very, very much telegraphed. This should be the norm as well. Everybody knows that Happy is trying this, but this also takes some creeping time away. So that's a cute tech immediately.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
So I gotta do a little bug report here on the side. And creeping continues. Treants. Voila. At 50% could do something. To the ziggurat, and creeping continues.
A player's forces are under attack.
Will we finally get... Oh, no, once again, Happy's getting the staff. I feel like that's a big difference between LawLiet and Moon. Compared to the games from like 2 days to 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Moon always got the staff. Moon always... able to be so mobile. Go for the ghouls, go for the acolytes. And if you don't have the staff, then that's a problem, right? I'm happy. A skeletons here. Do we have a wisp nearby? Don't think so.
Forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
And the keeper's also out of position. Not great. Not great at all. Okay, wisps are coming. He's salvaging this with a few entangles. Okay, so at least the expo stays up. It's still attackable, of course, especially with the ghouls coming in. There's also a lot of moon juice. I'd say this early game, once again, not great. Happy just does whatever he wants, it feels like, in almost every early game. If we want to look at the positive,
Players' forces are under attack.
no surround yet. But that's about it. And level 3 keeper. This level 3 keeper has to do the heavy lifting. And the demon hunter's out. Okay, so no more coil. Still a nice disruption here. 3 skeletons putting on pressure.
Players' forces.
Wins are coming too. This is one of the better games of LawLiet, I'd say. But this will also be the demonish ghoul push. Did he bring a mana potion? Nope. Okay. Okay, so that's finally working. Expo cleaned and tangled, but will also be cancelled for a little bit. Boop. Always using the mana before the burn comes in. So nice. I mean, he's must be so used to it by now, by the amount of games he plays. But it's all fine. Later in the Back to Warcraft weekly probably as well. And this is also the problem. Like, the keeper never has time to harass. And then Happy's ghoul push hits you with full force. 2 days ago, the ghoul pushes had like 3 ghouls in them. And here? Half a dozen.
Town is under siege.
Oh, yeah. And that's the power of a staff. But what about this Lich? Entangle is ready. Okay. Is that the first big exclamation mark? Oh, you... Yeah, I guess this is what happens after 4. Don't let this Lich go away. No way the coil is ready. Oh, that's brutal. This is a moment where you want to tap out. You cannot miss that surround there. If you get the surround, the DK has no chance to be as close as he was to throw that coil. Yeah, you'll probably hear it. I have little faith in a LawLiet to win.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this almost do or die already. How do you stop this?
His forces are under attack.
Oh, this is so powerful. I mean, we've seen this a million times before. It's not even extraordinary at this point. Razor sharp ghoul timings. If you're not ready for this, it's just death. No staff online. No big supply lead. No additional income. That's just too easy. That's just too easy. Damn. Unfortunately, I expected more. LawLiet not up to the task. Not copying the Moon playbook. Ancient Jangle, kinda nice. Oh, Mana Stone as well. Okay, so we try to expand again. I don't have high hopes. Okay, mass air and lame must be the solution. Must buy so much time. But happy, like, getting the middle, getting the marketplace, getting the merchant. He's expanding twice. Where's the second one? In the base? No. Wait, where is it? Ah, there! Alright. Okay. I fear a little for this demonizer. Ah, position is solid. Okay, now we're talking. That was an opening. That was quite some acolytes. That means Happy is busy. Happy has to spend resources. Army is still solid though. But he invested into 2 mines. And I wonder if any of them will mine. Or two trees. I wonder if any of them will mine. But yeah, LawLiet will play this rinse and repeat. But for Happy, there's a relatively solid solution, and that's just upgrade towers. Especially spirit towers. If you have a couple of gold coins left over after rebuilding acolytes.
A player's forces are under attack.
No more lame! The ghoul did not scout this tree. Or it was forced back before he could eventually kill it. And the ghoul also doesn't scout this tree. Guys, are we talking? Are we getting there? This harass is so powerful. Again, onto Acolytes and we play the game again. But there's more and more towers, and then Happy can spend longer and longer. He found the one expo. Not sure if he'll find the other. Okay, that's an easy kill, but that's also why you built that expansion, to have time for this expansion to work, and have time for an attack once again. Supply lead is okay. Altar Soul, this will probably be invested into, I don't know, second crypt? And 4-3 heroes, man, this is not looking too bad. This is looking the best of all LawLiet games currently. So Whack-A-Mole Night Elf expansion play is apparently the way. But there's also gonna be a Shade to scout for everything. And a lot of resources going into this.
A town is under forces are under attack.
It's getting harder and harder to get something done here. Which is of course distraction. What's Happy's best shot against this annoying style? An expansion of his own? Very tough to do because you can just swing back and forth between the two bases then. Oh, Destro. That would be a big loss, but doesn't get it. Yeah, Happy is down to 5,000 gold here. The 1,200 gold advantage. Plus this. Okay. Okay. But he has to hold on to this one. And is he ready? The Demon Hunter is an absolute beast. And the fairies are hard to deal with. What are the targets? Fiends, statues, destroyers, heroes? Shouldn't really go for the heroes, but man, that Naga seemingly melting. So is the Demon Hunter out of the fight, and that means a lot of mana on the Lich. Can only throw it on so few units. But that will hurt. Diving deep for these Happy's micro. As so often out of this world, but he has to let go. There are not too many losses, just a lot of HP. Gone for this one. But statues can heal this. But LawLiet holds on. Supply lead established and supply gap will widen. Shade constantly scouting if there's a wisp moving to the side. That means shop control though. Demon Hunter might need an invul potion. Ring of Regen, maybe your time is over. Oh, you pass the claws, that's also fine. Fairies are 2-1. Wellspring is coming. LawLiet is at tier 3 with mass fairies. That's really good. Was there another tree somewhere? Did he not build one? I thought I saw it for a second. Alright, not yet. Doesn't have the resources. Double heal scroll for happy. 60 pop. Very few ghouls left, but therefore a lot of fiends. And if he can kite well, he's competitive. But this is also tough. Oh, this is so tough. Do we get overtime? Will LawLiet win at least one map for the $300? Wow, that Lich just gone. Just deleted out of this game. Keeper survives. And I think these fiends will also not stand the test of time. Keeper! Who has to TP out, but I think the ground forces aren't good enough for for Happy to just wreck this. And there's another base coming up in the upper left. Okay, that's the damage you need. Naga can try to slither away as much as she wants. Fiends get moved into every possible direction, but fairies are very, very mobile. And if you have 70 supply, they're also very, very strong. GG! This is finally LawLiet's name on the scoreboard. This looked a ton better. The early game, really not so much. As I said, very different approach from Moon, who was so successful with this. But this apparently can also work. The double expansion was the key. It worked. For once, Happy's scouting slipping a little. And that was it then. That was it then. 4-1 only. Not a clean whitewash. That's fine. Now, of course, we get the reverse races once again. And yeah, it seems like it's only possible with fairies. All right, there we go. Okay, nice to see that there was a solution, even with imperfect play. But that's how LawLiet can be a trickster at times. Whack-a-mole expansion play. Lucky enough that both come through, especially on a big map like Northern Isles, where the distance between upper left and bottom right is pretty big. And now we're ready, and we move on. Yeah, and once you have that established, once you have the big armada established, that's all you can do. But do you have a solution with Undead versus Night Elf? I really, really, really hope that it's not the Fiend build anymore. Can maybe work though on Northern Isles. But ghouls just seem so more oppressive, so much faster, so much more powerful. But so far, LawLiet's unwilling to go for this ghoul style. Maybe not up to the meta. Maybe didn't practice that enough. Is this the big turnaround, everybody? Will LawLiet do a best of 9? Reverse sweep? 5 maps in a row? Chances for that are not that great, but You know, an extra map here and there. I wouldn't complain. So we got LawLiet as undead in the upper right hand side. And Happy in the bottom left. So Keeper Craft continues, and why would you play anything else? And it's the Fiend build again. I don't like this. Why is he so stubborn? I mean, I know ghouls seem a little lame and all, but they also seem very, very, very successful. It's a very, very different way of playing undead though, with ghouls and fiends. So yeah, maybe LawLiet not up to the task. Alright, so during the last game, I applied another fix to this overlay. Hopefully the icons are now working consistently. Scroll of the Beast for Happy? Not perfect. Okay, Ancient is safe. Saved! What is there to do? Oh, level 2 regardless. That's a big steal. That's 68 experience. And that's just his style. By now, Happy should definitely expect it. Tet Fiend build is better versus Mass Air compared to Ghoul build? I strongly disagree. Like, with the Ghoul build, the chances for the Mass Air build to never work are a lot higher than with the Tet Fiend build. Or did I misunderstand? Because with this 4 Ghoul Fiend build, which is now, I guess, 5 Ghoul Fiend build, how do you punish an expansion? I think you don't. Ooh, okay. Okay, you know what? I like this. Double crypt right away. We're going gargoyles. Yeah, why not? Why not try this? Lame-o mode. That's very old school undead. We're talking about how Mass Air fell out of meta. I do remember Happy cancelling a lot of expos with just DK Lich and hiding fiends. I think Night Elves got a lot better at using their tier 1. I don't think 4 Ghoul push towards a tier 1 expansion or tier 2 expansion would work these days. But maybe you're right. So, LawLiet is trying to buy time for the Gargs. Does this happy-ass Karaz. But that's a tally staff. Oh, LawLiet got the tally staff! Finally! Still Demon Hunter. And now Happy goes mass air for the first time. Still with the Demon Hunter though. If he knew that this is Gargs, it would probably put... Would it be a panda then? Probably. And Gargs not harassing. Allowing the expo. Okay, we got a very different game to our hands. I am intrigued.
A player's forces are under attack.
Have we seen Happy with mass air? Because he was so stubborn. Not stubborn, but
Town is under siege.
he was going Dryads almost every game. Nice timing. That shop is gone. That means no staff. Okay, this is disrupting the base quite a bit, and since you have Gargs faster and in higher numbers,
Town is under siege.
they dominate air for a good while. And that's, yeah, the perfect Lamo mode. Remember when we were playing this on Twisted Meadows for 45 minutes? Shout out Hazuops, who constantly did this. And you might not win the game. But you will definitely inflict pain to your opponent. Oh, that was a gift. No AoE in this hero combo is hard to pull off. Expo up, Gargoyle up. Now even Mass Gargs possible. Love to see a third crypt. Yeah, if it's 2 ways, 2 ways. Super hard to compete as Night Elf. Good old Gargs. Okay, saturated now. Tech started. It's the age-old solo DK play again. Well, not again, but as well. Not too sure if I like it too much, but I guess having Gargs and the tech could be more important. But you need the Lich to deal with archers. Aren't archers really good versus air? Unless there's the Lich or any other sort of area of effect damage, you are pretty correct. Wait a minute. That's a weird situation. Oh, reveal nicely summoning the tree. And is it time? Is it enough time? No. Has to go for the town portal. Wisps are in as well. Damn, the presence of mind to use the treants to get access to the lab and not use the Demon Hunter or Keeper, because then the DK could just run away. Sweet! Sweet! Very sweet. Second engine of war. Okay, so Happy seems of the opinion that all he needs is archers. And then LawLiet could switch into ghouls even, as there is no panda. Ghouls, A-bombs, Lich, that's all you need. That's also a relatively even transition. Never underestimate mass archers, especially not with Tri-Hero and Triple Orb. The the beauty of Garglame. Night Elves around the world. Have fun in your ladder games. That's the critical mass where you one-shot Wisp, and this is where the strategy as an undead is really, really, really fun.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shwoop. Shwoop. Everything you click is a kill. Now we get the quad crypt. Now we get the frenzy. Are you night elves around the world enjoying this? I certainly am. Happy so washed, not even dodging. Ay, that's a lot of wisps. 1500 gold and no lumber. I'm having way too much fun watching this. Oh. I'm a Matrock fan of the first hour, so... Of course, I grew up with this playstyle. 2 crypts in another graveyard? Nah, I think it's the LawLiet special. I think it's double upgrades. He does this with Night Elf as well. To go to Hunter's Hall when he needs fast upgrades. Panda would have been better. Very likely. Don't want to jinx it, by the way, but we haven't had a single bugged icon so far. Oh, that's a mistake.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ah, feels good. Feels so good. Even with the Moonwell repair. Yep, and that's now a lot of upgrades. And there's also a ghoul transition. Or, yeah, must be a ghoul transition. How? Okay, he wants to go into Tri-Hero, I guess. Double shop. So much production in this entire series.
A player's forces are under attack.
If Happy wins this, though. He shouldn't be able to win this. Get a Dreadlord LawLiet? Yeah, Carrion Swarm would be cool. Get a Lich, for God's sake. 2k gold. He's so greedy. And more upgrades because he wants to be even more greedy. But that's gonna be a low-level Lich then. That hurts a bit. Oops, a couple of free kills. Double orb confirmed. Will Happy go for a third hero? I think, yeah, there we go. Third attack upgrade, bottom. Click on the heroes. And more upgrades. I love this. This is not flashy. And not for the highlight reels. But it's for the W. Oh, I hope Happy doesn't realize in this game how good Mask Arcs are and goes Mask Arcs every game. Because that, for our viewer pleasure, would not be good at all. Like, seeing this once, fine. I'm having a giggle. I remember the good old times when SK went to Korea. But if we get this meta back and I have to cast this 50 times a week, that's not gonna be good for my mental health. I can guarantee.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is that a Talon Adept upgrade I'm seeing? So I guess for Cyclone, because there's no Dispel, the Talons will die in... Fairy Fire Cyclone for max hero focus. It's like an FFA strat, right? Cyclone to prevent a TP. Fairy Fire. Oh my god, there's so many ghouls. Heal scroll would be nice. You got 2. So, or is it just crow form? Have fun with crow form. This is so stupid! 16 minutes in, tier 1 versus tier 1. With all the upgrades, heal scrolls on both sides, the light still 1300 gold. No AoE. If there's no AoE, ghouls are pretty dang good. Very good. They just tear everything apart. Including buildings. They got 3 attack upgrades. These little boys are insane. How to kill a tree of life in 2 seconds. Who was complaining about LawLiet not going for ghoul build earlier? Yeah, Lilu, you got a point. I mean, I wanted a ghoul build. And now he's successful with the ghoul build. So I think I should get the prize money for this match.
Players' forces are under attack.
Someone give me $180 now. I deserve it. Okay, 2 base, 1 base, 75 pop. Casual 18-minute Lich arrival. Aura 3 is pretty good. Just be a little runaway. Are you kidding me? We're going Huntress now? I feel like against 4 crypts and a possible transition into Gargs, Huntress seemed just like a temporary solution. Lich can even level. LOL! How much gold is that? 1900? Huntress, man. Seriously. Can we have a Dreadlord just for the lulz? I mean, Dreadlord would be good, but it's also super stylish. I want the Vampire. I want Carrion Swarm. Quality army composition. I agree. 27 ghouls. 31 ghouls. He just goes for the tree, isn't he? Yeah! Is there even enough space? Oh my god. Oh my god. How long did this take? 6 seconds? 7 seconds? What's the DPS of this ghoul army? He can even stay if he wants to. He has the heal scroll left. This is how Undead is meant to be played. This is exactly. Ah, come on, more ghouls. We need more ghouls in this game. I feel like this Huntress transition didn't do much. DK level 7. Lich is close to 4. He got 4 levels in 2 minutes. Maybe a little bit of an overcommitment, but hey, it's a show cup, and LawLiet is definitely putting on a show. What a beautiful, beautiful game. Are we committed to the next? Is he getting a little too confident, maybe? Okay, I was not the biggest fan of ghoul play so far, but maybe this game turns me into a big ghoul fan. 2 trees, 2 bases, wiped out by a simple ghoul push.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, I am entertained. It was bloody, it was a slaughter, it was 1,000,000 units going down. But it was successful, and Happy is down to 27 supply, 3 heroes and no base. A very simple 90 supply fully upgrade ghoul push. Yeah, exactly. I mean, was it really fully upgraded because there was no Dreadlord? The fact that Happy stays in this game, right? Is something I don't really get? Well, with the amount of ghouls going down, he can certainly hope for metamorphosis. This entangle against 1 ghoul, as if it matters. As if it even remotely matters. As if 1 ghoul more or less. Well, 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 nice tree of life you got there, buddy. Nice tree of life you had there, buddy. He is feeding an insane amount of ghouls. Keeper as a TP. Heroes should all be saved. There's so many staffs. Oh wait, there's no staff. Bye bye. No more. Oh. Come on, Happy. Nice block with the tree and stuff. Did he deny? I'm not sure if he denied. LawLiet is losing his entire army, which is not that perfect. Revive is possible. Staff? Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. That gold mine is gone. That gold mine is gone. It should still be very, very much impossible for Happy to win this game. But I think we should stop joking about this. There's still... Is it 124 gold? There's a lot of time. LawLiet sells everything. It's back at 1,000 gold. Well, well, well. I think it's time for a lot of ghouls again.
Under siege.
Happy has no wisp.
A player's forces are under attack.
True. Yeah, that's a problem. He can't build anything. Heroes are back in a bit. Oh, wait a second. He's just coiling that keeper over and over. There's a mana potion. Oh, the surround to prevent the DK from chasing the keeper and killing him. Sweet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Huh? The time for the potion? Not yet. This also must be an absurd amount of moon juice. Demon Hunter is back. Expo coming up. Happy is still down to 24. Lich is back too. They're very tanky. Also 2 items that you can definitely sell. Oh, the miss! The miss! It would have been the kill! Oh my god, gets the bottom instead. Also not too bad. And that's finally game 4 and 2. Shebang! Now we're talking. Ah, what a fun game. What a fun game. From Gargs into Ghouls into you will not have a main base anymore, Happy. I love it. And that means that LawLiet has another game with Night Elf. Where he has probably good chances, right? All right, small break to refill my water. And then we're back with Show Cup 42. LawLiet catching up. We're back. About this reverse sweep, eh? LawLiet making quite a bit of money. We're moving on to map number 2. And that is Autumn Leaves. Not wasting any time as we're all a little late already. Heroes just popped out. We got a backpack upgrade early on.
A player's forces are under attack.
And apparently we had a ghoul pull again. Wait. Did we miss an engine or war crash? Oh, no. Nope. Was in a safe position, possibly. So, they're all good. Not much experience on either side. Ghouls can then pick up items once the backpack is done. As you can see, it's nice. Okay, Keeper, Archer. This time we got 2 shops, so hopefully he's getting the tele stuff again.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Happy rushes to the shop, gets the staff. That must be the #1 lesson he got from the Moon game. And here's an expansion. But wow, scouted immediately. This, of course, still match points for Happy. 3 more match points. But LawLiet defended the first 2. So not bad. Oh, wow, he's creeping so fast. That's level 3 guaranteed. We have no staff. He has the chance. And he just says no to the tele staff. Can of course try to expand again. He tried on the left hand side, then we try on the right hand side. Ghoul run by. Could still work, of course. But tier 2 is finished. No Hunter's Hall. Mass Air again. As this is the #1 promising strategy for Night Elves at the moment. Happy saw how good this DK Raz can be. Boop. That's #1. There's more. There's more. Oh, no Demon Hunter there yet. Could potentially be 3 wisps down.
A player's forces are under
And tier
attack.
3 on the way. No ghouls lost here. No expo up yet. But still salvageable. TP is still there. No crazy surrounds. Very good scouting by Happy though. There's not gonna be an oversight again. This wisp here gives... does it give enough vision? Not sure. DK has a tally staff, but he sold it. Okay. DK staying home for quite a long time, actually. LawLiet's game unfolding nicely. Boop, level 2 unlocked. Little bit more mana. But Happy is here with DK and Fiends. Oh, nuking that demon immediately. Is there more? No, he burned it all. But 1 wisp would be so good. Not too much free damage actually. Has to run back with the Demon Hunter and then that's about it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, but that push won't last much longer. Very limited anti-air. Is it a TP force? There's definitely an entangle. Now. There we go. Okay, for the first time, the shoe is on the other foot as LawLiet is pushing for that town portal. I think this is very, very, very playable. I'd be so aggressive though. Handful of fiends. Web upgrade. Not researched yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, no, Teddy. Don't do this to me. There we go. Alright. Next fight. Man, relentless, non-stop fighting between the two. For the first time in a while, you have to switch the focus to ghouls. Demon Hunter, bad position, runs into the surround. No no shop yet, no staff yet. Keeper's also stuck. This Demon Hunter might probably fall. Invo potion over, gets a little bit of extra HP. And oh my god, did he kill a lot there. 4 ghouls remaining. This one doesn't really count. Will he be in time? Where's the repair? There is a Nova. And he just gives it up. What? Ah, okay, the heroes are too low. They were just asking for a Coil Nova. And this brute force ghoul attacks, man. How do they just always work? Every single time. Yo, moon juice is an issue. A big issue. LawLiet can't really heal. And this is just the brutality of Happy. Potions required. We don't have a staff still. Last second. First potion used outside the fight. Supply even. Bases even. Tech advantage for Happy though. This might be the game where Show Cup 40 ends. No mana on the Keeper. Still a little bit of mana on the Lich. This needs to be burned ASAP. There we go. And okay, the fight is not too bad. Statues are chased away. Ghouls limited. But as long as there are fiends in the fight, they can always be wept. We have a Kevin Treant. And no access to potions anymore. Massive win for Happy. LawLiet needs a big play. Like a Lich kill. Oh, that frost armor is nice. Good damage reduction. He is in range to transfer this TP. And so the Lich is safe. He's still so greedy and doesn't want to go for it. And he blocks with the DK in a way that nobody can attack the Lich. Nicely done. LawLiet is running out of steam. No third attempt of an expansion. Huh? Is it there? He doesn't have the resource for it. And Happy can creep a lot. He also has a coil, so the Lich will be full HP. Checking for a counter expansion, which is not there, so it's giving up the middle in favor of another creep spot on the outskirts. Happy with a Berserker. Yeah, why not? Good damage. So the only chance I think LawLiet has here is again trying for these two expansions and one works. Come on. Gimme game 8. But it's so many fiends. Almost no resources. Maybe the last time you can get potions as well. Onto the statues. They have to be moved to the side. Destroyer's morphed against the Entangle. So there's even a backup now. Damn, that is a huge frost armor. Haven't seen that before. Damage isn't there. The numbers aren't there. The damage isn't there. There's way too many fiends. So everything is clumped up. Also, there's an absurd amount of fairy dragons in flare form. Definitely a mistake. I mean, they do heal a little bit, I guess. Now he's moving them back as the Keeper is in trouble. We're just waiting for the Avada Kedavra. Well, a little bit of moon just left. LawLiet fighting tooth and nails. But his numbers are just going down. Level 5. Okay, I think we got a winner, everybody, and we do! LawLiet put on a fight, 1-2 maps back to back, showed that he can hang with Happy, but not for all eternity. 5-2. Almost better than most, I would say. Happy looked a little shaky. We had a fun game on Northern Isles with a myriad of ghouls. But that was not repeatable. Not necessarily. Looked kinda good, and then the fight was there. There was too many ghouls and not enough anti-air, not enough air. I feel LawLiet could still learn a lot from Moon. Could still learn staff play, harass play. Also the way they fight, like statues first, then fiends, ignore the ghouls for as long as possible. They will be gone at some point. But yeah, maybe that was saved for real competition. Tomorrow, let's see, we have 2 more days of Show Cup here. Tomorrow is 41. That is, I think, Hawk. Yes, tomorrow is Hawk, who was playing a little bit of Undead, I heard. And then tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, is Show Cup 42, where we have Kaho, so more Night Elves. Later tonight, we have the Weekly Cup. Carson will be there, hopefully. I mean, I thought I would have the day off, but I had to do the early shift already. So let's see if I have to do double duty. Tomorrow Show Cup, Sunday Show Cup. And that's your weekend, everybody. We are very, very grateful to be supported by 3 awesome sponsors. The first one is, of course, CORSAIR. You know it. core.sr/back-to-Warcraft. Every visit you give them via that link is very, very good for us. And of course, they will be very happy to see, hey, the Back to Warcraft guys, they are really recommending our stuff. And how could we not recommend their stuff? Because it's the best in the biz. They just recently announced a new product that is their very, very first gaming and creator laptop with insane specs and some very, very cool features inbuilt as well. You can pair it without any problems with your normal Corsair gear, as the Slipstream connector is already built in. Looking sleek. It is very powerful, as you can see. AMD powers this thing. 240 Hz display. I don't even have that at home. So check it out if you're looking for a new notebook/laptop. Corsair Voyager AMD Advantage Edition. Gaming, create anywhere. I'm a little jealous for everybody who got that thing. But that's not the only one. We also have Holy by our side. Holy Energy is the place to be if you want to put the regular energy drinks to the side. Holy is a startup from Berlin that has no sugar, no taurine in their drinks, and many, many different and tasty flavors. Go check it out. Best is shipping to Germany, but they ship everywhere. And they introduce iced tea soon, very soon. In exactly 4 days. I'm waiting for my delivery, and then of course we're gonna test the iced tea here on stream. In the meantime, go check out their regular energy. They have trial packs, they have the full packages, etc, etc. Coupon code Back to Warcraft and Back to Warcraft 5 for 10% or $5 discount. And of course, for the remainder of the month, we're powered by Huel, and Huel helps me with my nutrition. I'm oftentimes a little lazy prior to the cast. Like today, for example, I had no time to get breakfast prior to the cast, as it was everything a little impromptu. But then I take my Huel, I take my shaker, put a little water in or a little milk, whatever is there, Huel powder, and boom, that's my meal for the early stages of the day. World's #1 complete food. Go check him out. Become a hooligan via the link huel.backtowarcraft.com. I got the strawberry and I got the banana, and I gotta say, both very, very, very fine. That's it for today, everybody. Thank you, Wados, for the 8-month resub, as well as Genesis for the 10-month resub. You know what to do. Check out the sponsors, check out the support page, and be back in 3 hours for the Back to Warcraft weekly, where you can also sign up to. That is cup.backtowarcraft.com. So bye-bye. Have a nice afternoon.